Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, unity, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Adrian College Baseball here on ACTV as we get set for tonight's matchup in the MIAA between your Adrian College Bulldogs and the Trine University Thunder. The Trine Thunder brought their thunder with them here this evening, and we've been experiencing thunder around the entire stadium for the last hour, but the sun has now popped out as it's starting to clear up over the Nicolay Field, and the dark clouds are moving away from the thing, and a rainbow is coming out here. So we're going to be a little bit tardy in tonight's start. It's now slated for 7:30, and it should we're hopeful to get the game in here tonight. As again, the sun is now out, and hopefully we will be ready to play in a half an hour. So 7:30 start here from Nicolay Field. We're going to send it back here, and we'll be back with you in about 30 minutes. Adrian College and providing a positive environment for today's competitors.
Evening baseball here live from Nicolay Field at Adrian College between the Bulldogs of Adrian and the visiting Trine University Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Prang, joined alongside soon by Dave the Goose Van Giesen as we get set to bring you Game 1 of this MIAA series. Trine University coming into today with an 8-23 record overall in the season. They sit 4-8 in MIAA play, currently holding down the number 6 spot in the MIAA standings. Bulldogs sit 20-8 on the season, 8-4 in MIAA play, sitting in third behind the 10-1 Kalamazoo College Hornets and the 8-3 Alma College Scots. Game 1 of this 3-game series between Trine University and the Bulldogs. Doubleheader tomorrow at Trine, starting at 1:30. Both days of games were originally scheduled for Friday and Saturday, moved up due to some weather in the forecast. We did have a 30-minute weather delay starting today, hence the 7:35-ish, we'll say, start time. On the mound today for the Bulldogs is number 46, Landon Kozlowski. He's coming off a great start last week against Kalamazoo, where he went into the 8th inning, allowing no runs on just 6 hits. He struck out 3. Bulldogs grabbed a 4-1 win in that game in Game 1 of the series. They did drop the series 2-1, but that big win to start the series was huge for the Bulldogs in the MPI rankings, which helps determine the seeds and the at-large bids for the NCAA tournament down the road. Trine University is on a 5-game skid, coming off a doubleheader, 2 losses to Olivet and a sweep, getting swept against Alma last week.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the first inning is shortstop number 5, Luke Burford.
So the lineup here today for the Thunder, leadoff hitter Luke Burford, followed by William Taczak and Cole Temple. Nathan Gilmet will clean up the order in the 4 spot as we look at first pitch ball inside. Colton Reinhart, Sam Beckham, Justin Hamburg, Luke Metzler, and Cole Schmidhuber to round out the lineup. Strike 2, fastball over the plate. Bulldogs defensively, Kozlowski on the mound, Willitson at first, Casey Finn over at second, Nick Bruder the shortstop, Rolando Jimenez at third, and Jake Burns, Jack Boyke, and Jackson McGuigan from left to right in the outfield. Doing the catching today is Gabe Jones, and the designated hitter is number 25, Braxton Burmese. So the count moves to 3-1 to Burford. Kozlowski on the season. This is his 9th appearance, his 4th start of the year. He's thrown 26 in the 3rd inning with a great ERA of 1.71. Burford will foul that pitch off to run the count full. Adrian defense playing straight up for the most part. Jack Boyke shifted more towards right field. Full count pitch is high and in, and we have a leadoff walk. That'll bring up the second baseman, William Taczak.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Will Taczak.
Burford was leading the Thunder in batting average, .333 on the season, as Taczak swings at the first pitch. Skies it into center field. Boyke's there camping under it. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting the third baseman number 4, Cole Temple.
A little bit of speed over at first base for Luke Burford. He's 9 of 10 on stolen base attempts this year. Temple comes in today with a .324 batting average. That's second highest on the team and leads the team with 25 RBIs as he looks at first pitch called strike.
He's also got 6 home runs this season. I believe lead the Thunder, so he's a dangerous power threat.
Breaking ball outside from Kozlowski evens the count 1-1. Short lead over at first. It's the weird part of the day where the sun is blinding the first baseman. Fastball hits low for a called strike. Moves the count to 1-2.
It's weird because Willison over there, normally when you're holding a guy in first, you stick your glove hand out, to catch the ball, but he's got his throwing hand out to lock the sun as there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout, and there's 2 away. Good job there by Kozlowski to get a tough hitter swinging.
Nice high breaking ball for Kozlowski there. It's his 18th strikeout of the season, first of today's game. I'll bring up the catcher, number 29, Nathan Gilmet. Gilmet takes the first pitch called strike, 0-1 the count. High off-speed pitch there, fouled off by Gilmet. Count runs to 0-2. Trine as a team this season just batting .271, while the Bulldogs are hitting .318 as a team. Fastball misses over the plate, but low. Moves the count 1-2.
I don't think he wants to watch that one again.
If we had the ABS system here at Nicolay Field, I think that would have been a challengeable call. Breaking ball misses outside. Count runs 2-2. Bulldogs coming off a 13-1 win over Albion on Tuesday. That swept the series against the Britons. And another breaking ball on the outside corner. Swing and a miss from Gilmet. And that'll sit the Thunder down in the first. They leave a runner stranded at first base. No runs come across the plate, and we'll head to the bottom of the first inning in just a few moments.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back. Nicolay Field, bottom of the first inning here. Bulldogs held the Thunder scoreless in the top of the first. Thunder left a runner stranded at first after a leadoff walk. For the Bulldogs, batting order leading off will be first baseman Brendan Willardson, followed by the shortstop Nick Bruder and the catcher Gabe Jones. Jake Burns will bat fourth, followed by Jackson McGuigan. Braxton Burmese as the designated hitter. Casey Finn, Rolando Jimenez, and Jack Boyke to round out the lineup. Pitching tonight for the Thunder is number 24 Dylan Jenkins, coming on for his 10th appearance and 8th start of the season.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first inning is first baseman number 24, Brendan Willardson.
Jenkins so far this year, 35 2/3 innings pitched, a 6.31 ERA, and opponents are hitting .315 off of him. So he's looking to really locate his pitches here, work around the Bulldog hitters, and hopefully roll some ground balls, get some outs, as he throws first pitch fastball called for a strike to Willardson.
You know, Mike, just as we went to the break there, you mentioned that the Bulldogs, with their win on Tuesday, swept the series with Albion, as there's a fly ball to medium depth left field. And after some initial trouble, Justin Hamburg makes the grab. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Nick Bruder. And I wanted to say two things about that. Number one, it's always good. That's one of the tougher series to win all 3 games because they're all played on 3 different days, and you never really know after the weekends who's going to be pitching in those games. So that is, good for the Bulldogs. And also, this is the first year I can remember since we went to this, got away from the 4 games, 7-inning games, that our partner in that hasn't been Trine. So that's a little different this year, as there's a fly to right. And Metzler puts it away, and there are 2 down here quickly in the first inning.
Yeah, Trine has been that partner for a couple years now.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Gabe Jones.
It's been always the initial Game 1 on Tuesday, followed by Game 2 the following Wednesday, and then Game 3 of that series the following Tuesday. So spaced out over 3 weeks, and Bulldogs swept that series, taking 2 of those games at home as Jones looks at a breaking ball called for a strike. Adrian also has a sweep over Kelvin on the season. And then they took 1 of 3 from Alma and 1 of 3 from Kalamazoo on the year. That brings them to their 3rd place standing in the MIAA.
And not coincidentally, those are the two teams the Bulldogs are behind right now, Kalamazoo and Alma, as there's a fly, and that's going to be caught by Cole Schmidhuber. So the Bulldogs hit 3 fly balls, all to different people in the outfield, and that ends the inning. Nothing across for the Dogs in the first inning. We'll be back with second inning action from Nicolay Field after we pause for this. You're listening to Adrian College Baseball.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Stay connected with all the action by following Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow Adrian College TV today. Back in action, top of the second inning here at Nicolay Field. Game 1 of the series between the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian Bulldogs. 0-0 as Trine had a runner reach base in the top of the first on a leadoff walk, and the Bulldogs were sat down 1-2-3.
Leading off for the Thunder in the top of the second is designated hitter number 30, Colton Reinhardt.
So Colton Reinhardt will lead things off for the Thunder here in the top of the second as he looks at first pitch strike. Bulldogs ranked number 23 in the country, according to the D3Baseball.com poll. As the count quickly goes to 0-2 after a swing and a miss on a slider. And a quick 3-pitch strikeout there for Kozlowski. That's his second of the game. Brings one out here in the top of the second.
Now batting the first baseman, number 20, Sam Beckham.
So number 23 in the D3Baseball.com poll, but number 16 in the NPI. The NPI is the computerized rankings used to determine seeding and at-large bids for the NCAA tournament. NCAA switched to that about 2 seasons ago. It considers your record, your strength of schedule, losses against quality opponents, losses against non-quality opponents, and the same for wins, along with home and away losses. So it provides a value for you. So the better the team the Bulldogs beat, the better we rank in that MPI. So Bulldogs ranking 16th in that.
But the best way to make the NCAA tournament is, of course, to get the automatic bid, which in the MIAA is doled out after the MIAA tournament. And that's one of the reasons why this is an important game here tonight, because Trine is 2.5 games behind Olivet. They're trying to get into the MIAA tournament. And the Bulldogs are, at this point, pretty solid in that third spot, but they're looking to move up as well because, again, the team that wins the regular season gets to host the tournament. And also, you don't want to fall any further behind and get near that fourth spot, because then you're dealing with a dangerous situation.
Yeah, top 4 teams in the MIAA standings make the tournament at the end of the season. Count evens at 2-2. The first day of it, just one game hosted by the 1 seed and a game hosted by the 2 seed. And then once we head into days 2 and 3, everything is hosted by the number 1 seed. It is a double elimination bracket. As Beckham rolls over to Finn at second base. He'll fire it over to Willitson at first. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the second.
Now batting the left fielder, number 15, Justin Hamburg.
Just like you said, the easiest way to make the NCAA tournament is to win that conference tournament. But all your regular season games are just as important because, one, you have to make the tournament, and two, you're always fighting for home field advantage like the Bulldogs had last season.
Well, not only that, but, you know, they'll see the tournament that way, so the higher you can finish up in the standings, you know, the easier path you would have, although once you get to that tournament, every game's pretty tough.
Yes. Strike three, high fastball swing by Hamburg, and that will do it. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Kozlowski, third of the game, and we remain scoreless here through 1.5. Bulldogs coming to bat here in just a few moments.
Adrian College TV is a fully student-run broadcast team bringing Adrian College sports to life through live streaming. From camera operators and directors to announcers and sideline reporters, our crew captures every angle and every moment. ACTV prides itself on providing the best experience working around broadcasts to gain the most amount of experience in the field before entering the workplace. Want to be part of the action? Join ACTV and email us today.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Kind of like Riverside Park was.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second. Bulldogs coming to bat. It'll be Burns, McGuigan, Burmese. Jake Burns, the Tecumseh native, local kid here in Lenawee County.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second, the left fielder, number 23, Jake Burns.
Nice first inning from Jenkins on the mound. Only threw 7 pitches with the help of 3 flyouts. Set the Bulldogs down 1-2-3. This one jams Burns inside, but he's going to saw it off and get a base hit to right field. And we have our first hit of the ball game and first runner for the Bulldogs.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Jackson McGuigan.
Burns was just coming off a game in the 13-1 win over Albion earlier this week. Launched 2 home runs, both to left center. Had 5 RBIs that game.
And both way gone.
Yes. First pitch, McGuigan's a breaking ball called for a strike, and a bag is stolen by Burns. A little bit of a wet turf out there from the rain we had prior to this game, and Burns kept sliding but kept his foot on the bag. So 0-1 the count, stolen base to Burns, and Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position here.
Back to Burns' home runs. They were home run number 9 and 10 of the season. He leads the Bulldogs in homers, and as we said, they were just to the right of the scoreboard out there, and they were well over the fence. They were a couple of blasts, so he was on a heater on Tuesday, and hopefully he can stay hot.
0-2 the count to McGuigan. That pitch runs high, 1-2. McGuigan on the season batting .292 in 25 games. 21 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. McGuigan gets a piece of that pitch, fights it off. Lights are on here at Nicolay Field. We were trying to figure out prior to the game when our last night game was. And we normally get about 1 a year.
Well, we had some in the tournament last year, as I recall.
The regional as well. So 1-2 the count to McGuigan. Jenkins kicks and fires. Another foul pitch.
Yeah, it's too bad the weather doesn't allow us to play more night games. They're good for fans, and they're also good for the kids because they can go to all their classes on on that day, which I'm sure their professors appreciate. Some days maybe the kids not so much, but you know, it's all part of being in college there, Mike Brang. Here's the pitch. There's a drive.
Diving off the glove of the third baseman. That'll be a base hit for McGuigan. That moves Burns over to third. That was Temple over at third. Tried to make the diving stop. Couldn't get it in time, and we have an infield single.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, Braxton Burmese.
So that brings Burmese to the plate. Started the year as a guy coming off the bench, gets some couple pinch hits here and there, and the last few games has been the designated hitter in the starting lineup for Adrian.
There goes the runner. And that's going to be in center field. That'll be good as a base hit, and it will bring home our first run of the game as Jake Burns crosses the plate, give a stolen base to McGuigan, and the Bulldogs now lead 1-0. Speaking about Burmese, this is his second consecutive start at DH. His only 2 starts of the year, but he is currently batting .714, 7 of 5 in his attempts. So he keeps that pace up, and he's going to see a lot more action for the Bulldogs this spring.
Athletic trainer from Trine came out to check on the shortstop after a little miscommunication there. So add an error for Trine on that play, scoring that run. So still nobody out, runner in scoring position. Burmese fouls one off his leg. Oh, 0-2 the count to Burmese. Jenkins has been doing his job. 17 pitches so far. 14 of them have been strikes. So he's doing a nice job locating his pitches. That's a breaking ball. Smashed down the left field line. That's going to bounce off the fence and ricochet. McGuigan scores, and that is a double for Braxton Burmese. That gives the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Casey Finn.
Nice piece of hitting there with 2 strikes from Burmese, and that brings Finn to the plate. Finn starting at second base. This is his first year as a regular starter for the Bulldogs. And he'll look at a fastball just down the outside corner, call for a strike.
Burmese now 6 for 8 on the season. I tell you, these last 2 games with him in that spot in the lineup has really kind of changed how this lineup looks and how pitchers go after these guys.
Well, that gives gives Coach Rainey another option, kind of in the heart of the order with Burmese batting 6th, and you can move your best hitter for average, Brendan Willitson, who's hitting .393 in the year, to lead off the game. Sliding stop by the shortstop. Finn is going to beat it out. So that puts runners at the corners again.
That was a great play there by Burford, but he just couldn't quite get him on. So that'll be a hit. Now batting third baseman number 8, Rolando Jimenez.
Burford was shifted over, keeping Burmese pretty close at second base, leaving that huge hole to the left side, and that's where Finn managed to get his hit out of. It's our first pick attempt of the game.
There's a good reason why that's the first pick attempt of the game.
As the sun has slowly started to finally drop where it's not blinding the first baseman anymore. There's the pitch to Jimenez. He skies in the air to right field. Tagging at third is Burmese. He's going to come home to score, and that's a nice sacrifice fly there for Orlando Jimenez, bringing our score to 3-0.
Good job by Rolando to get that run in there, giving himself up a little bit, but it adds another run to the Bulldog total. Now batting center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke.
That brings Boyke to the plate, the center fielder, hitting .379 on the season. He had a home run on Tuesday against Albion, and that was a long one to right field. He looks at a fastball outside, stolen base attempt, and he slides in safely, gets the hand in there. Close play, but Finn picks up a stolen base.
Yes, we were talking about throwing over to first base, and I understand in the first inning because first baseman could not see the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand with where the sun was, but Jenkins has got to do a better job of keeping these Bulldog runners a little close and give his catcher a little bit of chance here because they're getting flying starts at first base so far, and that's why they've stole 3 bases this inning. Any hit or walk is pretty much a double for the Bulldogs right now.
2-1 the count to Boyke. Finn with a lead at second, 1 out. Boyke pops this one up. Camping and calling for it. It's third baseman Colt Temple. He'll make the catch, and that is 2 outs in the inning. And we head back to the top of the order in Brendan Willitson.
Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Brendan Willison. And I should mention, we're talking about them stealing all those bases, but that's one of the strengths of this Bulldog team is we don't really have anybody that's slow on this, ball team. Everybody can run pretty well, and some can run quite well.
Well, I know you and I talk about this every year. It's Coach Rainey goes out and recruits athletes. He's not necessarily looking for a third baseman, a shortstop, a center fielder. He's looking for the best athlete that he can find, and a lot of that comes with speed, and he'll find a place for him. As historically throughout the program, we've seen a lot of people change positions. One, like Coach Rainey's son Gunner, came in as kind of a utility guy playing middle infield and outfield and ended up being an All-American catcher. And then someone like David Kedrow last year who came in as an second baseman and found his home behind the plate and was an all-conference athlete there as well. 1-2 the count runs to Willitson. This one hit over to short. Fielded cleanly, high throw, and gets him just in time. Burford gets it over to Beckham. So that'll be out number 3, 6-3 on the putout, but the Bulldogs get 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits. There was 1 Trine error. They did leave a runner on base, but the Bulldogs jump out to a 3-0 lead here at home. After 2, we head to the top of the third. The Thunder looking to answer in just a little bit.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
We head to the third here at Nicolay Field. Trine coming to bat. It'll be Metzler, Schmidhuber, and Top. Here as the Bulldogs just scratched 3 across in the bottom of the second on 4 hits. Nice little early lead for pitcher Landon Kozlowski.
Leading off for Trine in the top of the third is right fielder number 7, Luke Metzler.
A little bit of delay to start today's game after a large rain cloud followed by some thunder and lightning came into the area, and about a half-hour delay to our start. But now clear skies as the sun starts to set. Got the lights on, about 61 degrees here today.
Yeah, that storm escalated quickly. I left my house in brilliant sunshine, and by the time I pulled in here to the parking lot of the ballpark, it was night. Darkness had set in.
Here's the 0-2. Pitch catches the outside corner. Fastball called strike 3. Another strikeout for Kozlowski. That sits down Metzler.
Now batting center fielder number 3, Cole Schmidhuber.
Kozlowski's faced 8 batters so far. He struck out 5 of them.
Well, also more importantly, after walking the first batter, he's thrown nothing but strikes and is mowing them down. And if you look at this lineup, you know, we talked about Cole Temple leading them with 6 home runs and 25 RBIs. Once you get past him, you don't really have a whole lot of power in this lineup, so you want to challenge the Thunder. The starters.
This one's lifted to left. It'll hop off the wall. Trine's got their first hit of the game with a double from Schmidhuber. Nice piece of hitting there. Find the pitch over the plate and getting a barrel on it. So that'll take us to the top. And Luke Burford. 0 for 0 on the day with a leadoff walk to start this game. Kozlowski has done well as of late on the mound for Adrian. Like we said earlier, a 1.71 ERA on the season. Fastball misses in. He's coming off 7 1/3 innings pitched against Kalamazoo in the lone win of that series. He's 1-0 on the season. This is his 9th appearance of the year. Nice slider there. Gets Burford swinging. They evens the count 1-1. Earlier in the year, Kozlowski kind of started out of the bullpen and has worked his way back into a starting role, which he had last year. But as the season went on, everyone thought Ambrose Horath was going to be the number 1 starter, and as he started the season 6-0, rough outing against Kalamazoo for him. As he moved to 6-1, still with quality ERA of 3.03, but Kozlowski has started to make an argument and a little bit of a battle for the number 1 starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, which is a great problem to have for Coach Greg Rainey. As Burford gets jammed, saws off, Bruder's going to throw to third. They're going to get him out on a tag play. Nice job there by Bruder going with his momentum and Rolando Jimenez to cover that base. So a fielder's choice that'll be for Burford. And Schmidhuber is out at third. That brings us to 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Will Taxak.
Defensively, Bruder's got the arm to get that throw over to third, but just a nice job going with the momentum over to, having the arm to get it over to first, but going with his momentum to get that out at third.
Well, not only that, but that's not a very good base running move there by Schmidhuber, because he's on second base, there's 1 out, he's down 3 runs, and he's got to see that ball through there because it was going to be a real tough throw for Bruder as this ball's lifted out to left field, and Burns will run in and make the catch to end the inning. But just to finish that thought, that was going to be a tough then. They could have had 2 guys on with 1 out. Instead, the inning's now over, and the double is wasted. For Trine in the top of the third, they get 1 run, or no runs, and they have just the 1 hit, and they leave a man. So we'll be back with more here from Nicolay Field. After we pause for this, you're watching AC TV and Adrian College Baseball.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Left on base.
We head to the bottom of the third here at Nicolay Field between the Thunder of Trine University and the Bulldogs of Adrian College. Mike Prang and Dave Van Giesen here, bringing you the action as Adrian leads 3-0.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the third is shortstop number 5, Nick Bruder.
So it'll be Bruder, Jones, and Burns due up for the Bulldogs here, looking to extend their lead after a 3-run second. As Bruder swings at the first pitch, hits it high and deep to right field, but Metzler is there to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that brings up Jones. Jones with the third highest batting average on the team coming into today, batting .355.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Gabe Jones. The big thing that Gabe brings to the plate is those team-leading 35 RBIs. He has been able to drive in a lot of runs this season for the Bulldogs, although there's no one on right now. But he had 4 homers to that. So it was a good season. And, of course, Gabe has also done an excellent job behind the plate as he has to get out of the way of one there. Because he has thrown out a lot of runners in these past few games. So you're only getting 1 base if you get on against the Bulldogs most of the time.
Count runs to 3-0. Jones, a transfer from Jackson College, filling a much-needed position in the Bulldog lineup after David Kedrow graduated last season. Pitch catches the outside corner, goes to 3-1. Jones was taken the whole way. Jenkins still on the mound for Trine. He kicks and fires, and Jones fouls one off near the dugout. Running the count full.
Tell you, back in the day when I was playing baseball, which is, you both know, it was a long time ago, but I used to hate this time of night batting because the lights haven't really taken effect yet, and but it's rained so much this season. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Jenkins comes all the way back to get Gabe. But there's been so many games that have been played in this kind of sky. Now batting left fielder number 23, Jake Burns.
Well, it's similar to those situations based on what stadium you play at, where the pitcher may be in the sun, but the hitter's in the shade, and just getting the adjustment of seeing the pitch as Burns looks at a breaking ball called for a strike.
But again, we've played a lot of games where this kind of sky is about all the sun we get. So we're a little more used to it than we will be in July.
Oh, on the count to Burns. Swings and misses at another off-speed pitch. Strikeout to Jones was the first strikeout of the game for Jenkins. And make that 2 strikeouts. Another nice slider from him. Gets Burns down on strikes. And that's another 1-2-3 inning. Jenkins doing some nice jobs getting pitches over the plate, throwing strikes, and getting some outs after that rough second inning for him. So Bulldogs lead 3-0. We enter the top of the fourth here, and more MIAA baseball in just a few moments.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu.
Leading off for Trine at the top of the fourth is third baseman number 4, Cole Temple.
So it'll be Temple, Gilmet, and Reinhardt due up for the Thunder here in the top of the fourth as a first pitch fastball swing and a miss from Temple. Adrian holding a 3-0 lead through 3 innings of play. And this one's fouled back. And another one fouled from Temple. Temple is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. That was Kozlowski's first strikeout of the game. As he pops this one up. Shallow center field. Boyke calling for it. Camping under it. He'll make the catch. They'll bring up Nathan Gilmet. Gilmet also 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Now batting the catcher, number 29, Nathan Gilmet. At Temple, that was a sky-high pop up there out to Boyke. He got under that ball.
A home run in an elevator shaft.
Exactly. But we're glad he kind of hit it off the top of his bat because he had a big cut. And like I say, he is the one serious threat to hit a homer for Trine this season.
So Kozlowski's gassing up Gilmet. Has him swinging and down 0-2 on 2 fastballs. Jones setting him outside. There's another fastball, but Gilmet will rip it into right field. Nice 2-strike hitting there, and that'll be the second hit of the game for Trine. They'll bring up Colton Reinhardt.
How about the designated hitter number 30, Colton Reinhardt?
Reinhardt 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout.
Yeah, Colton came in batting .214 on the season. Only has 2 RBIs, which is not something you'd like to see a little more production from your 5 hitter.
This one's hit the left field. Burns coming in. He makes the catch. There's quickly 2 away here. That brings Sam Beckman to play. Beckham.
How about the first baseman, number 20, Sam Beckham.
Beckham hitting .204 coming into today's game. 10 hits and 49 at-bats, 9 runs scored. He struggled a little bit at the plate, striking out 17 times on the year. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And looks at a first pitch ball. He lifts this one in the left. Going back on his Burns. It's going to be over his head and one hop the wall. Burns will get it in quickly. They're rounding third, going to score. The throw from Bruder in time. Got him. Nice relay there. A double for Beckham, but Gilmet tried to score from first, and a nice relay there. Burns to Bruder to Jones. Guns the runner out at home for out number 3, and the Bulldogs keep trying off the board. That's the third out of the inning, and they hold a 3-0 lead still as we head to the bottom of the fourth right after this.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family. Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth here at Nicolay Field. Due up for the Bulldogs is McGuigan, Burmese, and Finn. All three Bulldogs with hits so far on the day. Burmese with an RBI double down the left field line. Adrian holding a 3-0 lead.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the fourth inning is right fielder number 19, Jackson McGuigan.
Said big game here as this is game one of the 3-game set with the Thunder. Originally scheduled for tomorrow, pushed up to today due to the weather, and then Saturday's doubleheader is also pushed up. That will be tomorrow at Trine University. First pitch for game one of that doubleheader is scheduled for 1:30. First pitch to McGuigan, breaking ball low and away, ball one.
And Mike, just to kind of recap the top of this inning, at this point, if you're a base runner, you may want to consider not running on Mr. Bruder. That's 2 innings in a row where the third out is basically, or the inning, I should say, has basically been ended by Bruder throwing somebody out. As McGuigan pops up to the first baseman, and there's one out in the Bulldog for it. Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, Braxton Burmese.
Bruder has been great on the year. Coming into today, 125 chances in the field with 88 assists so far, 29 putouts. So he's just doing a very solid job defensively. And you saw that right there, another assist with a nice relay throw and strong arm of him. Burmese looks at first pitch called for a strike, lifts the second one into center for out number 2. Barreled it up well, just hit it right to Schmidhuber. Bulldogs have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Casey Finn. Well, that's still a hard hit ball by Burmese, so fortunately that one just hung up a little bit and they caught it, but he's still swinging a hot bat for the Bulldogs as Finn steps in with 2 out, trying to get something going. Strike one on the outside corner from Jenkins. Also on that relay play, good job out there in left field by Burns as that ball hit over his head and it went off the wall, but he did a good job of picking it up quickly, playing the wall, and getting it into Bruder for that throw. His pop-up is caught by the shortstop, Herfield, and that ends the inning. So nothing across for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the fourth inning. And we will return with fifth inning action after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest, a U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Leading off for the Thunder in the top half of the fifth inning, left fielder number 15, Justin Hamburg.
7-8-9 due up for Trine, Hamburg, Metzler, Schmidhuber. Hamburg swings at the first pitch, rolls it over to Bruder. Guns it over to Willitson at first. One pitch, one out here in the top of the fifth inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Luke Metzler.
Kozlowski still on the mound for Adrian. He's through 4. Also the MIAA pitcher of the week with his scoreless 7 1/3 innings in his last outing against Kalamazoo last weekend.
That was a big performance for the Bulldogs. They needed to get at least one win against Kalamazoo last week. It would have been nice to get a second one, but he provided the impetus for the Bulldogs to get the win that they did get. So, good effort and deserving of pitcher of the week.
Kalamazoo's had a very solid season, 26-3 on the year, 10-1 in MIAA play. The lone loss coming to the Bulldogs. And they rank 7th in the MPI rankings, 8th in the coaches poll. That's something Kalamazoo's always been, that pestering team against the Bulldogs, and now they're showing that they are the real deal.
Well, the thing they've had all season is they've got 3 pretty solid starters, so they know they're going to get a good pitching performance, so if they can just put together some runs, they're going to win most ball games. The MIAA season, especially early, Adrian was still trying to figure out what that rotation was. And as you mentioned earlier in the game, Kozlowski is, staking his claim to a number 1 spot right now, which is good to see.
Kalamazoo on the year, 339 runs scored, just 136 given up. There's the 6th strikeout of the game, gets Metzler swinging. 6th strikeout for Kozlowski.
Now batting, center fielder number 3, Cole Schmidhuber.
Comparing those scoring numbers to Kalamazoo, Adrian on the season comes in today scoring 249 runs while allowing 173. As this one's skied deep to right field, McGuigan's backing up on it. He'll make the catch, and we have a 1-2-3 inning from Kozlowski. So the Bulldogs are through 5 in the field. Still shutting out the Thunder, just allowing 3 hits. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs leading 3-0 in Game 1 of this 3-game set against Trine University. Bulldogs coming back here in just...
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number 1 most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Well, leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the fifth is third baseman, number 8, Rolando Jimenez.
Jimenez will lead things off, followed by Boyke in the top of the order in Willitson. We are bottom of the fifth. Adrian leads 3-0. Jenkins back on the mound, doing a nice job bouncing back after giving up 3 in the second. He's followed that up with a pair of 1-2-3 innings, holding Adrian at just 3 runs so far. Jimenez looks at a called strike over the plate. And he skies this one to right. It's going to land out of play towards the dome.
Hey, the Bulldogs batting the 8, 9, and 1 hitters this inning. This has been a good combination for the Bulldogs this season. I would say it's one of their strengths that Jimenez comes in batting 315 and Jack Boyke is batting 379, and then you've got Wilson at the top of the lineup batting 393. So what you really got in a sense, and I think this is one of the reasons why they are down in these positions, is in Jimenez you got a first leadoff hitter, and Boyke you got a second leadoff hitter, and then Willison is a third leadoff hitter, and that's when, if any of them get on, that's when Bruder and Jones kind of clean up with the RBIs because they're on base. That's been a big part of the Bulldogs' success this season.
Smart strategy by head coach Craig Rainey with the way he finagles his lineup. He's got plenty of experience with 863 career wins in a Bulldog uniform.
The other thing is, we mentioned the team speed of the Bulldogs, but Jimenez and Boyke can fly. So, they're not only getting on 3 out of every 10 times, but they're also able to turn that into a run. And there you see it. Jimenez just pounds it into, just gets his bat on the ball, rolls it into center field, gets himself on base, and a big inning could be starting. Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Jack Boyke.
And a couple years ago, Jimenez's freshman year, kind of called him the diamond in the rough, as he was a guy that started his freshman season on the JV team and then got called up kind of 2/3 of the way through the season. I remember his first game, starts as the leadoff hitter and smacks a triple to left center, and then comes up his next at-bat, hits a double to left center. And after that game, he was our everyday second baseman through the MIAA tournament and even into the NCAA regionals. And that was the year we went to Randolph-Macon for the Super Regional. So Jimenez has found his place early.
Because, again, he was giving them all kinds of trouble with his speed. He was able to get to balls in the infield. When you play those teams with the better hitters, that makes a big difference.
Speed we talked about there is Jimenez with a stolen base. The throw bounces off the bag. He's also going to take third.
Well, that's a tough error to the catcher, but that's what happens there is a stolen base, and the ball hit the bag, and that bounced it away from the play, and Jimenez goes all the way to third.
And that couldn't have been any more of a perfect throw. You throw it to where the runner is sliding. Yep. Just the glove of the shortstop wasn't there, and unfortunately the catcher gets the air on that one, which is tough.
Yes, it is.
But a nice job by Jimenez to stand up quickly out of his slide, see that the ball got away far enough where he can steal third.
And like I say, Jimenez and Boyke are the two guys on the team that probably can pick up an extra base right there.
Yes. Bruder can as well, and McGuigan and Finn are other options. So, yeah, like we talked about, speed, most of this lineup. Count 1-2 to Boyke. Bulldogs struggling here with Jenkins' slider. And that one drops off the table. A little bit of a change up there from Jenkins. Gets Boyke swinging. That's the first out of the inning. We'll head back to the top of the order in left-hander Brendan Willitson.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14, Brendan Willison.
So Willitson, his third at-bat of the day. He's 0 for 2 so far. And he'll look at a called strike.
Trine leaves that infield in. They're going to try and cut Jimenez down at the plate if there's a ground ball, or at least keep him at third.
Well, and as we've been talking about Jimenez's speed, good luck. As this one's ripped to right center field, going back on it, and it's over the wall. Willitson, a 2-run shot here in the bottom of the 5th. He'll touch them all. Jimenez will score, and that is the third
homer of the year.
Homer of the year for Willitson. Nice job there. Finds his inside pitch, and he just absolutely turns on it, giving the Bulldogs a 5-0 lead.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Nick Bruder. And again, you look at that as being, power providing the 2 runs, but speed has something to do with it because, again, they were all in. He was concentrating on Rolando at third, and that one got out over the plate. Wilson made no mistake, hitting it deep into the night out there by the softball field.
Bruder skies this one to right field, down the lines, above the lights, right fielder loses it, finds it again. Metzler, nice job. And he'll get the out, so 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs have been hitting some high fly balls and high pop-ups where they've been getting above the lights and hard for the outfielders to see.
How about his catcher, number 17, Gabe Jones.
Nicolay Field, one of the very few fields in the MIAA with lights. But Jones comes to the plate, swings at a high fastball on 1. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Not only are the Bulldogs one of the only teams in the MIAA with lights, but they are the only team in the MIAA with turf. And we're very grateful for that after the storm that came brewing in before this game as Jones skies this one deep to right. Metzler losing it again above the lights, but he'll find it again for out number 3. The Bulldogs get 2 with the help of a blast from Willitson, his 3rd of the year. Bulldogs take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 6th, and back coming out on the mound is Kozlowski for more work. We'll be back with the 6th inning here in
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
107.9 WVAC, the voice of Adrian College, is on the Live 365 app. Stream it from anywhere by downloading the app and searching WVAC Adrian College.
Leading off for Trine at the top of the 6 is shortstop number 5, Luke Burford.
Goose, you know a lot about WVAC. Didn't you start the radio station when you went to school here?
I'll put it this way. I didn't start the radio station, but when I got here at Adrian College, it was at 88.1 FM. And my sophomore year is when we moved it to 107.9 FM, the voice of the champions, WVAC.
Wow.
As you can see, I could say that pretty fast. As many times as I said that. Yes. Back then, not only was WVAC at 88.1, but ACTV was a cable outfit. It was local cable around here, where I hosted the Tom Hecker Show every Monday night after football games. Showed the highlights of the games and talked with Coach Eckert. Those were good times, because those were the glory days of Adrian football.
Burford takes a 2-1 pitch and lofts it into left center field. He's stretching into a double. Nice piece of hitting there. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Thunder. First of the game for Burford.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Will Taczak.
Burford has led the Thunder this year in batting average, coming into today, batting .333 in 30 games. He's made 30 starts on the year. So Taczak comes to the plate. He's looking for his first hit as he's 0-2 on the day. And looks at a fastball way high. After that rain moved out, it's turned into a beautiful night here in Adrian. As Taczak gets a hold of this one, turns on it, but McGuigan is there. He'll make the catch, tagging Burford. He'll head to third. So a runner on third for Trine. It's the furthest they've gotten so far this game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 4, Old Temple.
Had the opportunity earlier in the game, but we had the play where Bruder threw the runner out at third on a tag play. That was a situation Thunder could have had runners on the corners, but instead were held scoreless in the inning. So Temple, the powerful threat, team leading 25 RBIs on this year. He's looking for his 26th. Infield in. Nice off-speed pitch there from Kozlowski. He's quickly down 0-2. Infield in looking to preserve the shutout.
Yeah, this is a big batter for Kozlowski to get if he can do it.
Jones sets up outside. And a hit over the head of Bruder into left field, and that is an RBI single for Temple. And Trine will score their first run of the game. And out of the dugout comes head coach Craig Rainey for a conference.
Well, credit Temple there. He got his bat on the ball and lofted it over Bruder's head. I think that would have still been over his head at regular depth, but he'd had a better shot at it, I'll put it that way.
I think that's the third two-strike hit today for the Thunder. I think the second one with an 0-2 count. Might be all three with an 0-2 count.
Now batting the catcher, number 29, Nathan Gilmet. I think Coach Rainey just kind of wanted to remind him just to keep throwing strikes like he's been doing, and you can get out of this inning. You know, sometimes when you see that first run come in, then you start getting a little
We try to nibble as there's a fly ball out in the right field. McGuigan coming over, as is Boyke, but McGuigan takes it, and there are 2 away.
So I'll bring up Colton Reinhardt.
How about the designated hitter, number 30, Colton Reinhardt.
Reinhardt 0 for 2 on the day. He's looking to pass the torch, get another base runner, and hopefully make an inning out of this for Trine. Long pause from Kozlowski. Kicks and fires a fastball, misses away. Not a cloud in the sky tonight, and not much breeze looking at our American flag in right field. This one's smacked out of play. Evens the count 1-1.
Well, that's another thing about Nicolay Field is when we do play night games, usually the wind is less. You know, in the spring, the wind is, usually pretty strong in all the games that we play. And usually it's blown out to right field, which if you're a high school left-hand hitter out there, I would advise you to check out Adrian College as a baseball destination because you have a jet stream to hit in on most afternoons.
Well, having no breeze tonight really shows that Willitson got all of his homer. There's a nice slider there by Kozlowski. Gets Reinhardt swinging for out number 3. And that'll end the top of the 6th. But Trine does score their first run of the game on 2 hits. And that brings the score to 5-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here at Nicolay Field in Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Bulldogs and
every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Burns. All right, we're back here at Nicolay Field for the bottom of the 6th, and Jake Burns is stepping in. Jake batting .317 this season, but he has, as we said, a team-leading 10 home runs this campaign. As the first pitch from Jenkins is inside for a ball. Jenkins coming back out for the 6th inning. He's pitched a pretty good ball game. Even considering the 5 runs the Bulldogs have, as Burns takes a hefty cut and loses his arm protection there. So they'll have to strap that back on. It's 1-1. As when you really think about it, the 2-run homer by Willitson was a really good hit ball, and the Bulldogs were able to stack 4 hits in a row back in the 2nd. But other than that, Jenkins has pitched a pretty good ball game here this evening. So they're going to let him go a little longer as that pitch is outside for ball 2, 2-1 to the cleanup hitter in the Bulldogs lineup, the former Tecumseh Indian. Standing at the plate, and the pitch is on its way, and it's a drawing up the base hit. The shortstop gets to it, but he can't glove it in time, and that's going to be a decision for official scorer Mike Prang, but I think that probably will end up being a base hit.
I totally agree with that. Long range, up the middle, grab it, and just couldn't get there in time. Also, Burns showing off some speed at first, so base hit there for Burns.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Jackson McGuigan. McGuigan batting .292 on the campaign. He is 1 for 2 tonight, scored a run back in the 2nd. He's got a stolen base.
And he takes a ball on the first pitch. And Burns, like you say, Mike, is one of those guys who is a threat to steal here.
He's 6 of 7 on the year in stolen bases.
There he goes. Strike on the pitch. The ball is going to be tardy down there to second base, and that's a 7th stolen base on the year for Jake Burns. 1-1 now to McGuigan.
Bulldogs really looking to get that run back they gave up in the top of the inning. Jenkins kicks and fires. It's another called strike. 1-2 the count.
You just want to keep, stacking some runs here. They've got a good pitching performance by Kozlowski, but always helps to have a little more cushion, and you never really know what's going to happen when you go to the bullpen at any level of baseball.
McGuigan fouls that pitch off. Count stays 1-2. Short lead for Burns over at second. And McGuigan sticks his bat out and smacks this one into center field. And Burns is coming around to score. He'll score easily. 6-1 our score. Bulldogs get the run back. And a single off the end of the bat from McGuigan. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Braxton Burmese.
Now batting designated hitter, number 25, Braxton Burmese. Well, that was a great piece of hitting right there. And again, that shows you why the Bulldogs are so dangerous offensively, because McGuigan, was really kind of fooled on that, so he just stuck his bat out there and popped it into center field. And to be honest with you, Burns went right back to the bag because he wasn't sure they weren't going to catch it. So he did not get a good jump, but again, that speed that we've been talking about all night shows again as he still scores on a fairly short single to center field. And that run is back in the win column. The Bulldogs' lead is back to 5. And Burmese is up to bat with a foul ball for strike 1. McGuigan now also a threat to go, and they realize that and throw back to first base. And Jackson back easily. 6-1 our score here at Nicolay Field. Bulldogs in the lead. As we said, this is game 1 of a 3-game set. The other 2 games as McGuigan goes to second, and he is going to be safe as he hangs on to the base. So another stolen base for the Bulldogs, which keeps them out of a double play situation, because as hard as Burmese has been hitting the ball, you've got to kind of worry about that of late. Hopefully he can stay hot here and pick up another run for the Bulldog cause. I said those other 2 games of this series are going to be tomorrow in Angola. Strike 2.
It's the 6th stolen base of the game for the Bulldogs, and they're 6 for 6 so far. So that doubleheader tomorrow, I'm sure we will see plenty more with the success rate. The pitch misses inside, evens the count 2-2. Nobody out still here in the bottom of the 6th. Burmese looking to smack another one down the left field line like he did his first at bat.
Here's the delivery up by for ball 3. 3-2. The count to Burmese. It goes full. And Burmese, the designated hitter again tonight. They're trying to keep McGuigan close, and that's fouled off. Good job there by Burmese to foul off a pitch that probably wasn't the best to hit, but it also was too close to take. So he lives to see another pitch. Jenkins sets and delivers. It's on the way. He swings and misses for strike 3. And that's a big out for Jenkins, as now there's 1 out and a runner at second base as Casey Finn comes to the plate.
How about the second baseman, number 3, Casey Finn?
Although it resulted in a strikeout, that was a quality bat from Burmese. See some pitches. Jenkins now up to 79 pitches. There were a couple innings where Jenkins didn't throw that many, just like the first where he only threw 7 pitches. So he's got plenty of energy left in him, plenty more to go. That's the 80th pitch right there for Jenkins, called a strike. 60 of his 80 pitches are strikes.
And that's part of the reason why I think he, even though he's given up now 6 runs, that he's come out for an extra inning, because with a 3-game series, this being just the first game, you want to, on this first game, not have to use your bullpen too much. So if you can get through this inning, there's only, and the score stays the same, there's only going to be no more than 2 innings from the Trine bullpen. There goes McGuigan. He's going to try to steal third, and he is safe. I think McGuigan was kind of fortunate there that Temple kind of overran that bag and was like in front of the bag and couldn't really reach around and tag him. If he'd have stayed behind the bag, let that ball travel through the air, McGuigan might have been out.
Well, and the only time you really see a stolen base to third, 1, you have speed aboard, but 2, you have kind of a bigger target in the right-handed batter's box, and Casey Finn, listed as 6'3", 190 pounds on a sophomore season. That's a lot of height you got to throw around, so it'll get in the way for the catcher there. But yeah, the 7th stolen base of the game for the Bulldogs. We see a mound visit here from head coach Brett Ratcliffe.
Yeah, I think part of this was, again, Jenkins has just got to do a better job of keeping these guys on, because right now he is not varying his looks to second base. And as you said, with a good at-bat that they had from Burmese, McGuigan got to see a lot of pitches down there at second. He just timed the pitch up and went.
Finn, a high chopper to third. They're going to go home with it, and they're going to get McGuigan out at the plate. So fielder's choice there for Finn, 5-2 on the putout at home. A high bounce to the third baseman, not high enough for McGuigan.
Now batting third baseman number 8, Rolando Jimenez.
That brings up Jimenez with 2 outs here in the inning. Runner on first, 1 run across for Adrian. And he looks to bunt for a hit here with 2 outs. Fouled it off himself while still in the box. Quick call by the home plate umpire, Chad Logan.
Yeah, he wanted to keep Temple honest there at third base. He's playing a little deep for Rolando there. So it was a good effort to try. 1 strike to Jimenez. Here's the pitch, and driven foul off the dome for strike 2.
0-2 the count to Jimenez.
He's going to have to protect the plate now in this at bat. Try and come back from an 0-2 hole. 2 out. Casey Finn will be running on the hit ball.
Like I said, Jenkins, Bulldog struggling with his slider. He doesn't throw it there, and they finally get a guy. Gilmet catches his first runner stealing as Finn is tossed out at second base. That'll win the inning, so Jimenez will lead off in the bottom of the 7th, but Bulldogs get the run back in the bottom of the 6th. This brings the score 6-1. And Kozlowski's coming back out for the 7th. We'll be back with the top of the 7th here in just a few moments.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a 3rd-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Adrian College TV is a fully student-run broadcast team bringing Adrian College sports to life through live streaming. From camera operators and directors to announcers and sideline reporters, our crew captures every angle and every moment. ACTV prides itself on providing the best experience working around broadcasts to gain the most amount of experience in the field before entering the workplace. Want to be part of the action? Join ACTV and email us today.
Back in action here, top of the 7th. Kozlowski still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Brings his second start in a row into the 7th inning. He pitched 7 1/3 scoreless last week against Kalamazoo. Bulldogs went on to win that game 4-1. That game was 0-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Adrian went on a score of 1, while Kalamazoo's lone run of that game came in the top of the 9th.
Leading off for Trine in the top of the 7th is first baseman number 20, Sam Beckham.
So that brings Beckham to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Kozlowski really doing a nice job. He's been pretty efficient. He's got 7 strikeouts on the day. He's allowed 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned with just a walk. 1 walk, I should say. 73 pitches so far, 56 of them strikes.
Mike, going back to that end of the bottom of the 6th for the Bulldogs, I think what we saw there is the runner getting thrown out at second base for the first time is some fruit of the trip to the mound by manager Brett Ratcliffe of the Thunder. As again, after being reminded, while he didn't throw over to first base, he did vary his looks to the bag that time. And so it was not as easy to read the move and get a big start. And for the Bulldogs, one of the reasons they're stealing in that situation is with Jimenez down 0-2, if Finn makes it, we got a runner in scoring position. And if he doesn't, as the case was, as there's a fly ball out to Boyke, he'll wait for it and put it away for out number 1. But that means that Jimenez will lead off the next inning, and that'll give us those 3 leadoff hitters in a row that we talked about earlier. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Justin Hamburg. How about the left fielder number 15, Justin Hamburg?
Hamburg 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He swings and misses at first pitch strike. Kozlowski gassing him up with the fastball. That's tended to be his best pitch today. There's a slider. Swing and a miss. Now you get the hitter to swing and miss at a fastball and then swing and miss. And the very next pitch is a slider. You could go either option here for pitch number 3. But with the 2 strike hitting of the Thunder so far, this pitch has to be out of the zone. Either a fastball high or a slider away. Jones setting up low and away. And this one, 0-2 pitch, lofted deep center field, but Boyke will be there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Luke Metzler.
Now batting right fielder number 7, Luke Metzler.
Metzler 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts.
So, to mention this being Kozlowski's 7th inning of work, the Bulldogs have a little action going in the bullpen. But that was the 80th pitch there by Kozlowski, so he doesn't have an exorbitant pitch count for 7 innings. So maybe he'll come out for an 8th if he can get Metzler here.
And not too much going on in the bullpen, just a little bit of movement. This one's popped up out of play. Just misses the press box, so 1-2 the count. Kozlowski looking to get through 7 here. 83 pitches so far, 62 of which are strikes. This pitch misses out. That's a good pitch there, trying to get Metzler to chase.
And he was thinking about it.
He was.
You could see him leaning.
The 2-2 from Kozlowski. Pitch misses just up. Count runs full. Kozlowski and Jones really wanted that one. Here's a full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets Metzler. 0 for 3 on the day for Metzler with 3 strikeouts. The golden sombrero, and that will be the, I believe, the 8th strikeout of the game for Kozlowski. Yes, that's 8. So he's through 7. Bulldogs taking a 6-1 lead. Here comes the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back in just a few moments here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production.
So Rolando Ramirez is back up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, he was at the plate when Wiggin was, or I should say Casey Finn was thrown out. No, McGuigan was thrown out.
No, anyway. Finn. McGuigan was thrown out at home. Finn on the stolen base.
That's right.
Count even 1-1 after the foul ball here.
Anyway, the inning was over. So new life for Rolando.
Jenkins still on the mound for Trine. He's looking to get through 7. He's at 85 pitches. 62 of them are strikes. And this one goes behind Jimenez. Gets away from him.
Just a bit outside.
He tried the corner and missed.
Well, actually.
Inside.
Inside? Well, I don't know. That was even, if you can call that inside either.
That pitch misses high and away. 3-1 the count. A little history on the series between the Bulldogs and Trine, dating 71 years. First matchup was March 14th of 1955. Jimenez rolls this one over. Throw wide, but first baseman Beckham holds onto the bag and will get the out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke.
Yeah, that first matchup in 1955, Bulldogs won that game 13-3. The last time these teams faced off was last April. That game was on the 16th. Bulldogs came away with a 10-0 win. Boyke looking to bunt for a hit. Jenkins picks it up, throws it wide. The speed of Boyke, I think he would have been safe regardless. What do you think, Goose?
Well, you know, I'd probably want to look at the video replay on that one because we were watching the pitcher field it. Now batting is first baseman number 14, Brendan Willitson.
But regardless,
that ball was high, but it was, he still had his foot on the bag and the ball hit his glove. So I think if we give an error, you almost want to start thinking about the first baseman, not the pitcher. But you were watching Boyke. I think he made it. Maybe we can give him a hit too.
We'll go to review on that and get back to our listeners later, but Willitson steps to the plate. 1-0 the count here. Boyke takes off using his speed, throw down, and Gil Metz found a little bit of his arm here as he's gunned down his second runner of the game. So 2-0 the count to Willitson.
Well, again, I think the big key is that Jenkins is now at least giving Gilmet a chance. You're not going to get every runner, but okay, we're going for a hit for Boyke, or he was thrown out at second. There's a base hit for Willitson. This is going to get up the gap. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Willison's got 2. He may think about 3, but he will hold up. That ball just kept rolling on the outfielder Hamburg and got by him. Nothing he could do. And the Bulldogs trying to mount a 2-out rally here. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Nick Bruder. Bruder up to the plate. He came into the game batting .304, but has went 0 for 3 tonight with all 3 outs being hit to right fielder Luke Metzler. So we'll see if he changes it up here a little bit in the bottom of the 7th. And hopefully he'll be able to bring home Brendan Willison after a 2-out double.
1-0 the count to Bruder. Just like you said, we'll keep a hit there for Boyke as you slow the replay down on our YouTube stream. It looks like Boyke got his foot in before Beckham would have made that catch on that bunt, so it will be a bunt single.
We just had a lot of things going on at that base at that time.
Yeah.
There was a bad throw. The guy was thinking about, should I jump, should I not jump?
Well, it was kind of over the head of Boyke, so he was trying to avoid the contact there at first, although this year the NCAA has enforced the safety bag at first base.
Right, Boyke was trying to figure out which bag he's supposed to hit. Say, a lot of going on.
So far today, 1 run on 5 hits with 2 errors for Trine. The Bulldogs 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 2-1 to Bruder. He fouls it back. He was the count 2-2. 2 outs. Willitson standing on second in scoring position. Bulldogs looking to bring another one home. Bruder looking for his 13th RBI of the year, but he'll pop this one up. 2 outs. Willitson's running above the lights, but Taxak is there to make the catch. And that'll retire the side here in the bottom of the 7th. So we'll head to the 8th. And Landon Kozlowski comes back out to the mound, taking a second start into the 8th inning, or second consecutive start in the 8th inning. So we'll see what he can do. And he's looking to go the whole game, but we'll find out what he does next here on 8th.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back, Nicolay Field, top of the 8th inning.
Your attention, please. Changes in the Bulldog lineup. Now playing second base is number 7, Logan Klotz. Klotz in place of Rolando Jimenez. Moving from second base to third base is Casey Finn.
So there are your defensive changes here for the Bulldogs. Klotz is into the game. Logan Klotz to play second base in the 8th hole.
Leading off for Trine in the top of the 8th inning is center fielder number 3, Cole Schmidhuber.
And Finn moves from second to third. Kozlowski's still on the mound. He'll face Cole Schmidhuber as he fouls that first pitch off. Still the third time through the order for Kozlowski as Schmidhuber batting in the 9-hole, 1 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss. Brings the count 1-2. We do have an arm warming up in the Bulldog bullpen, but we'll see what Kozlowski can do. If he can get a quick 8th inning here, we may see him for the 9th. Schmidhuber hits one off the end of the bat for his second hit of the game. That one into left field. It's another 2-strike hit for the Thunder.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Luke Burford. For Schmidhuber, he's had a good night tonight. He's had a double to left, now a single to left. Fly to right sandwiched in between that, but he is the top hitter this evening for the Thunder after 3 trips through the order. The pitch on the way is a strike on the inside corner. Burford, he walked to start the game, was out on the field, grounded into a fielder's choice. That fielder's choice where Schmidhuber got thrown out at third by Bruder, and then he doubled his last time and scored the only run. So Burford also productive at the plate so far. 2 strikes on him now.
Double play depth for the Bulldog infield. Outfield playing straight up. Short lead for Schmidhuber over at first. He'll take an extra step now. And
the other thing about first base right now is Wilson's playing a little bit off the bag. Because again, he realizes that Trine down 5 runs needs base runners and probably does not want to take too much of a chance on the base pass with a steal in this situation.
This one hit to right field. Going back on it is McGuigan. He's there to make the catch. He'll get it in for out number 1. That's an out that Kozlowski needed if he wants to have a shot at pitching the night. 94 pitches, though, so we'll see what he can do here. He needs a double play.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Will Tagzak.
So that brings Tagzak to the plate, left-handed hitter. Infield shifted slightly to pull, with Finn playing well off the line at third. Middle is still double play depth, and Willitson slightly holding Schmidhuber on at first. Left fielder Burns playing straight up. Boyke shifted towards right field, and McGuigan hugging the line a little bit. This one popped up and out of play. Schmidhuber took off. He'll have to go back.
Trine's trying to stay out of the double play there. But unless it's a tailor-made one, the Bulldogs just want to get an out in this situation, I would think. He's getting a bigger lead there. And that's a foul ball. A little bit of the element of surprise was the thought with him going. But again, it's kind of risky because the Thunder cannot afford to have another runner thrown out. You got to kind of take your bases one at a time and play for the big inning here.
This one a chopper to Kozlowski. He'll just look to first. He'll flip it over underhand. Gets the out. Schmidhuber advances. So 1-3 on the putout on your scorecard, and that brings up the dangerous bat of Cole Temple.
Now batting third baseman number 4, Cole Temple.
And here comes Coach Rainey. He's looking at the bullpen. He's going to make the move. Kozlowski, 98 pitches, 73 of them are strikes. He gets through 7 2/3. He wanted to finish it, you can tell. But he'll pass that ball off, gets a nice round of applause from the Bulldog crowd.
And you really wanted to finish this inning with Temple up there.
Yes.
And, that just kind of shows what kind of competitor he is, But
so the Bulldogs will make a pitching change here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Runner on second, that's Schmidhuber. So we'll find out who our new pitcher is and let you know when we come back in just a few moments. You're watching Adrian College Baseball here.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time.
Ben Bates, the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. He's on for the 7th time this season. He holds a record of 2-0 and an ERA of 4.66. He's only thrown 9 2/3 innings. He's allowed 5 runs, all 5 of them earned on 11 hits. He's walked 4 but struck out 6. 3 of the 11 hits he's given up have been home runs. So he's looking to get some work in and get out of this 8th inning and hopefully keep the Thunder at just 1 run and continue the quality pitching performance by Kozlowski.
I'm betting it's third baseman number 4, Cole Temple.
So like we said, that brings the dangerous bat of Cole Temple to the plate. Runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Bulldogs lead 6-1. And that pitch misses just up, not by much. 1-0 the count. That pitch fouled off. Bates, a 6-foot, 175-pound right-hander, junior from Berlin Heights, Ohio.
Well, once again, a great job by Kozlowski tonight. He went 7 2/3, which ate up innings for this 3-game series. He gave up just 6 hits, so far 1 run, and only walked the first man of the game. And after that, that was his only walk, and he fanned 8. And now he turns it over to Bates, and Bates needs to get the final 4 outs for Landon tonight.
So mound visit there by Jones, I think just to get their signals right with the runner on second. 1-1 the count to Temple. Long pause here from Bates. That one high and in, gets away from Jones. That's going to go as a wild pitch. Brings count 2-1. Schmidhuber moves up to third.
Yeah, I think that time maybe Ben had too many looks at second base and kind of forgot to look at home. Let the ball go.
So Bates kicks and fires a 2-1 pitch. Off speed over to Finn at third. He'll pick it up. High throw, but Willison's got it. That's out number 3. The Bulldogs keep trying off the board here in the 8th. They lead 6-1, head to the bottom of the inning, looking to add more. We'll be back with more Adrian College Baseball right.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. The campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
One, read Courtright. Courtright in place of Dylan Jenkins.
So here we are, bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Trine. It's going to be number 31, Reed Courtright. Reed, a junior lefty out of Northeast Pennsylvania. He's making his 10th appearance of the season. He's pitched 16 1/3 innings with an ERA of 6.06. He does a nice job keeping runners off base with a whip of just 1.04. But a nice job today by Jenkins. He finishes the day 98 pitches, 7 innings pitched. He allowed 6 runs, all 6 were earned, 10 hits. Did a really good job throwing strikes. 69 of his 98 pitches were strikes. He did not walk anyone and struck out 4 Bulldogs.
Now batting the catcher number 17, Gabe Jones.
On the other side, Kozlowski's day is officially complete. He went 7 2/3, also threw 98 pitches, allowing 1 run. It was earned on 6 hits. He did walk 1 Trine batter, but struck out 8. Bates came in, threw 4 pitches, and got the 3rd out. And Jones will lead us off here in the bottom of the 8th as he quickly moves the count to 1-1.
Also give a lot of credit to Jenkins for the Thunder. He's may not be the winning pitcher in this game, but by going 7 innings, that saves the Trine bullpen, and that may help them in the 2 games tomorrow.
Well, not only that, but he went out and he did his job today. I mean, not many college baseball games are won with 6 runs. So he really did a good job, and, I mean, 2 of those runs came off the 2-run slam to Willitson. But, you know, he went out, he did a nice job on the mound. The offense just didn't really back him up. Obviously, only putting 1 run on the board on just 6 hits. So, but, yeah, he went out there, he threw strikes, struck out 4. Bulldog struggled with his slider a bit.
And that was the big key because, again, some of the reasons why many college games aren't won with just 6 runs is the fact that too many people walk.
Yes.
You know, and between the 2 starters who each went 7+, in Kozlowski's case, there was just 1 walk. It was the first one of the game, and it didn't hurt the Bulldogs that inning. But we just talk about that, and Gabe walks down to first base with a free pass. And again, this is what you don't want to see out of guys coming in from the bullpen. Now batting the left fielder, number 23, Jake Burns.
So, and this is an opportunity where, you know, like you said, for the 3-game set, continue to save pitching. And even though right now it's only set up for 1 more inning in the field for the Thunder, you still need to come in and throw strikes. And Courtright's looking for a quick inning. This situation is looking for a double play where he can have that quick inning and still be available for tomorrow. Burns pops this one up. It's in the infield. Foul territory. Camping under it is Beckman. And he just misses it. Or excuse me, Beckham. He just misses it.
Yeah.
So it's a foul ball.
You mentioned that this is the only stadium in the MIAA that has lights, and I think that kind of affected him that time because that ball was pretty high hit. It gives Jake a new life here. I was about to mention, man,
this situation, you're up 6-1. You're only 3 outs away, but, man, if you're a professional hitter, you can't wait to get to the plate. We got a reliever, and you just walk the first guy, and you want to pick up those extra base hits and RBIs. And, it's a team game, but as an individual, you like to stack those hits and those RBIs anytime you can. So this is a good opportunity for the middle of our lineup to do some of that.
Well, going back to the situation with the lights, I mean, it's nice here at Adrian College. There's not many night classes, so later in the day is when all these guys are available to hold practice. And those practices early in the season, or, when you have those long breaks during the midweek, you're going to say that's a hit by pitch off ball 4 now, I should say. Looked like it hit him, but ball 4, so runners at first and second, nobody out.
Now batting, right fielder number 19, Jackson McGuigan.
Back to my point there where everyone's available. You're able to do all these inter-squad games underneath the lights, so it gives the Bulldogs kind of that time to get used to those high pop-ups, just like this one here, which has an opportunity but goes out of play.
Well, another thing, here at Nicolay Field, there just isn't that much room in foul territory, so you kind of look at the stadium and figure, I don't have to catch too many pop-ups in this park.
Exactly. I mean, we have plenty of foul territory down the base paths, but once you get about halfway to the outfield, there's only about a foot and a half. And that one's ripped to third. Nice diving stop by Temple. He'll get up and step on the bag at third, so a fielder's choice there for McGuigan. Jones is out at third, so that's the first out of the inning. Runners still stay at first and second. And that brings up Burmese.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, Braxton Burmese.
Burmese looking to add to the total. A slow breaking ball, kind of a get-me-over pitch, called for a strike. Burmese 1 for 3 on the day. He had that double down the left field line early in the game. Drove in a run. He also scored later. Burmese fouls this pitch off. He's quickly down 0-2. Long pause. Here's the 0-2 to Burmese. Pitch misses outside. Court rate, 15 pitches so far, 7 of which are strikes. Small leads for the Bulldog runners. This one jams. Burmese going back on it is the first baseman, Beckham. He misses it. It's going to fall just behind his head. That'll load the bases. Saw me off base hit by Burmese. That's his second hit of the ball game. Bulldogs only advanced 1 base. Number 1, because the hit was so shallow, but number 2, Beckham looked like he was going to catch it at one point, just a little bit out of his reach.
Now batting third baseman, number 3, Casey Finn.
That'll bring Finn to the plate. Bases loaded here with 1 out. Corners will be in. Middle infield double play depth. Pitch misses in. Yeah. Currently in place to get the win right now is Landon Kozlowski. If everything holds, he'll move to 2-0 on the season, while Jenkins will fall to 3-3 on the year. Still some work to be done. That pitch misses outside. 2-0 the count to Finn. Logan Klotz waits on deck for his first at-bat of the ballgame after coming in defensively for Rolando Jimenez. There's that slow get-me-over breaking ball called for a strike.
I got to tell you, if you're Sam Beckham at first base, you're hoping that it's not a pop-up to you at this point. because these have been pretty elusive.
This one's barreled up, hit deep to left field, making the catch out there and tagging. Hamburg with the catch, tagging and scoring is Burns. McGuigan tags from second, advances to third, so a sacrifice fly for Finn. That'll score the 7th run of the game for Adrian. They now lead 7-1.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7, Logan Klotz.
So that brings up Logan Klotz for his first at-bat of the ball game. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Bulldogs lead by 6. A lefty move over to first. Kind of got Burmese a little bit.
And Mike, just to kind of finish the comment about Beckham at first base, he really this inning has had 2 of the toughest pop-ups you possibly can have hit. First one went way above, the stadium and the lights, so now he's looking straight up into the darkness. And the other one was just over his head, so he was basically having to run back like a wide receiver and hope the ball landed in his glove. And so I'm sure he's saying, try somebody else for
Klotz hits one out of play, 1-1 the count. That pitch misses high and away. Seven runs on 11 hits with no errors for the Bulldogs so far. 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Thunder. As this one, collision up the middle. Nice grab by the second baseman. That'll end the inning. But the second baseman and shortstop collide. We'll have an athletic trainer out there. We're going to take a break as we head to the 9th. Bulldogs lead.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
For Trine for Adrian in the bottom of the 8th, they got 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 were left on base.
Welcome back for the top of the 9th. Ben Bates is back on the mound. Bottom of the 8th ended with a little collision up the middle between the second baseman and shortstop. Looks like everyone got up okay. A little slow with a limp, but everyone seems to be fine, so that's good news.
Leading off for Trine in the top of the 9th is catcher number 29, Nathan Gilmet.
It'll be Gilmet, Reinhardt, Beckham due up here as Trine goes into their last at-bats. One thing to note for today, 7 stolen bases for the Bulldogs. They record is 9 in a single game.
And just going back to that last out, all of a sudden in the 8th inning, as I think that hit somebody.
Looks like it went straight off the umpire.
Yeah.
Missed the glove of Gabe Jones.
But anyway, in that bottom of the 8th inning, Nicolay Field kind of became the Bermuda Triangle of pop flies with the troubles at first, people running into each other. And that reminds me of Tommy Parsons when he was pitching for the Bulldogs, was famed for not only winning games, but for doing them in the shortest manner possible.
That ball's hit deep to right field. McGuigan back on the warning track, reaches out, makes the catch. Out number 1, that retires Gilmet, and that'll bring up Colton Reinhardt.
I bet he doesn't need a hitter number 30, Colton Reinhardt.
Reinhardt 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts.
And we always would marvel at, how he was able to pitch these games so fast and never get the benefit here at Nicolay Field of really pop-ups. And one summer he came to play in Battle Creek, where I was the official scorer in the Northwoods League, and told everybody in the press box, I said, this is going to be fun because Tommy's, we're going to be out of here in 2 hours. And they were like, again, I go, yeah, he's going to be even faster here because the park in Battle Creek is the exact opposite of Nicolay Field. There is a huge area of place where fly balls can go to die. And first game was like an hour, 49 minutes. I mean, he was because he was getting pop-ups everywhere.
Count to Reinhardt moves to 3-1. Make it full. The inside fastball clips the plate.
If you know anything about the Northwoods League, there's a pitch count limit for pitchers. So usually almost every game has 8 pitchers being used by the 2 teams at least, as there's a strikeout, and we are 1 out away from the end of tonight's contest. And that'll bring up Sam Beckham. How about the first baseman number 20, Sam Beckham? So, a 2-hour ball game was rare and was the favorite thing of all the workers at the stadium, I can tell you that. Tommy was very popular with all of us at
this one lined to Klotz and snagged at second base, and that does it. Final score here from Nicolay Field: Adrian 7, Trine 1. 11 hits for the Bulldogs on the day, 6 for Trine. Trine had 2 errors in the field while the Bulldogs had none. So nice job overall. Bulldogs take game 1 of the series. They move to 21-8 overall in the season, 9-4 in the MIAA standings. Trine falls to 8-24 overall, 4-9 in the MIAA. Doubleheader tomorrow at Trine University. Landon Kozlowski gets the win. It's his second of the season. He's gone now back-to-back games, taking a start into the 8th inning. So he's just been doing a nice job throwing strikes, keeping runs off the board, keeping guys off the bases. Jenkins suffers the loss. He falls to 3-3. He also pitched a great game for Trine. Gave up 6 runs, but his offense wasn't really there to back him up. He did a nice job throwing strikes and doing the things he needed to do. Both teams only used 2 pitchers today, so plenty of pitching left for the doubleheader tomorrow. Like I said, that doubleheader takes place at Trine. First pitch of Game 1 scheduled for 1:30 p.m. So another Bulldog victory here at Nicolay Field, this one under the lights. And we will see you guys next time. The next Adrian College home game comes on Tuesday the 21st when we host Manchester University in a single non-conference game. That one will also see a little bit of nighttime as it is a 6:30
Ladies and gentlemen,
p.m.
that's the end
start.
of tonight's game. Our final score here this evening is Adrian College 7 and Trine University 1. Here's the final line score on tonight's game. First for Trine, they had 1 run on 6 hits. They made 2 errors and left 5 on base. And for Adrian, they had 7 runs on 11 hits. They made no errors and had 5 on base. Winning pitcher this evening for Adrian is Landon Kozlowski. His record is now 2-0. The losing pitcher for Trine is Dylan Jenkins. His record falls to 2-4. Time of tonight's game was 2 hours and 7 minutes.
So we will sign off here from Nicolay Field. Another Bulldog victory, 7-1 the final. Doubleheader at Trine University tomorrow. We will see you on Tuesday night when the Bulldogs